Planet Earth can't even be sufficient without the rain. It doesn't produce rain, you know. Sunshine, it doesn't produce the sun. The wind, it doesn't produce the wind. All planet Earth produces is the dead bodies of humanity.
Yeah, you know it's every day. Yeah, you know every day.
In business publications, in trade and nickel journals, and in general and popular magazines.
I wonder why I try, yeah, I wonder why I write all these words that I'm spitting out, but they coming off the top. Yeah, you know it's not a thought, cause you know we come out hot and we coolin' it. Feel like I'm the worst, you know this is a curse. Yeah, you know it's coming, so we just want to be singing that. Yeah, you lost it. Yeah, you know I'm like the worst. Yeah, you know I'm like a curse. Yeah, you know every verse we be spitting that. Yeah, you know I wanna die, but I really wonder why. Because every day's my now I feel like that's a lie. Because every night I cry and I wonder why I won't feel all good. But you know I can't, so you feel like you're the man. Yeah, you know that you can do. You a fool. On the grass, putting, burning trees. Wanna freeze, wanna get another. Feel what the trees. But now the leaves, they be falling. Other side is calling, so I answer.
They work away from the office most of the time.
Yeah, I'll answer.
Every reporter must secure from the people along his beat a steady supply of the everyday happenings which fill most of the local news columns of a newspaper. The police station is frequently assigned to the copy readers edit it for errors, improve it here and there if they can, and write the headline.
Everything else comes from outer space.
Then the story is set in type by the operator of a linotype, a typesetting machine which casts the words in solid lines of lead type.
Knowledge.
The placing of the type after it has been set is often supervised by the makeup editor.
Laughable.
He has already planned the general arrangement of the paper on a layout sheet, and has selected a spot for the story among all the other stories, pictures, and advertising materials.
This gentleman, Harold Black,
Practically all
solved
daily
the
newspapers
distortion
have
dilemma.
special departments.
What an inspiration. In the beginning, back in the old days, the telephone...
Or I try to avoid telling people what to do or not do.
So, then you'd hang up. Ring.
News of the week. At midnight Saturday, the telephones in this city will be changed to dial service, and all telephone numbers will
Look
be
at my
changed.
reality, it's quite a tragedy. I'm looking at my memories and turning them to movie scenes. Will you remember me, even when I'm 6 feet deep? Something should never be said, so do not answer me. Becoming who I wanna be won't happen all that easily. I'm going through it readily, but really I'm still 17. Way too hard on myself, I do it naturally. Way too hard on myself, still do it consciously. My name isn't Jiminy, the place isn't Disney. And sugar makes these pills go down. To with the spoonful, my life can get turned around. Isn't that beautiful? Question my intention. Wanna be original, wanna be alone, so I consider be illogical.
Midnight Saturday, the telephones in this city will be changed to dial service, and all telephone numbers will be changed. Late this week, new directories will be delivered. Here are a few important suggestions for the use of your dial telephone. Before calling any number, first secure the number from
Do
your
not answer me. Yeah, but I ain't calling. I'm running up the walls and I'm losing my fault. I lose it, that's false. Cause you know I got a lot, but you know it's in the hall.
ready for your call. With the receiver off the hook, dial the desired number. For example,
Here's how they did it.
A department
The
handles
vacuum
the
tube.
news of the week. At midnight
Like it was a
Saturday,
fish.
telephones
I got a dish. I'm going over here and take another hit. Yeah, and take another hit. But you know what I get? It ain't nothing for kids. But I'm trying to be that. You know I'm trying to be a motherfucking leader. Like a little fucking rascal over here. Like I got my hands on the pedal. Yeah, cause I slap her. But you know it's for the passion that I'm acting. I only give it to you cause you be asking. I don't need a mask and I cut my face off and you know it's in the
You see,
basket.
instead of sounding
Trash
like
it,
this,
elastic. You know I'm stretching all the
He must
fabric.
reason accurately and fairly, and write in an interesting manner. To understand and interpret problems of the day, he must read and study continually, in addition to having a great amount of knowledge and experience. Another specialist is the political writer. He must interview political candidates and workers.
I
He must also
befriended
report a great many speeches
a man from
and be able to
Kazakhstan.
interpret for the people who read his paper
And he
acts
had
of government and the
a more
ideas of the
extensive
political
Bob
leaders.
Marley collection than I did. That
The work of
absolutely
feature
blew my
writers is
mind.
found in the Sunday edition.
We had a notion that Marley was big, Marley was large, but some Caribbean people, I think, have no idea about how far Bob Marley has reached into global consciousness.
Final journey, passing down First Street, then skipping on to Second Street, skanking through to Third Street, wailing a prayer on Fourth Street, lighting up souls on Fifth Street, talking to two dreads on Sixth Street, trying to reach, want to reach, got to reach the Seventh Street, cause somewhere there's a Heaven Street, owning every crack in the concrete, loving every scraggly stunted tree, naming the dry ghetto beachhead a mystical place of cremated souls. He dances the streets of Trench Town, loving the path of survival, Natty Dread.
We were too big. There was always music. In the corner you go, there was always music. I used to build my own handmade guitars and all that. We used to use the bamboo. And you know, cut it that you have two joints, and then we split this bamboo inside as thin as you could get it. And you get the strings. And then we would run a bit of stick up to catch, to brace, till you get the fret. And we go from there. You just have music.
There's that saying, a chapter a day is the rest away. And Bob was part of the 12 tribes of Israel. He was Joseph, and in fact, funnily enough, or maybe predictably if you're into that sort of thing, Joseph in the Bible is really an archetype that does really fit Bob, because Joseph was sort of a rock star in the Bible who's betrayed by a lot of people around him that he thinks are his brothers, who in fact are his brothers, just as Bob had been at home from Kingston.
There's no better place to get this experience than on a small town newspaper. Being able to
It's hard only first is it hard. It's hard only at first. Living, you're looking at death, it only looks to, living is much more difficult. Raising up every morning and not knowing what's going to be the night's bringing is much more difficult. It's much more difficult.
I just want to say something to everyone that I see that is standing around and crying. This is nothing to cry about. This is something we should all rejoice about. We should be happy about this. They always told us that we should cry when you're coming into this world. But when we're living as we're living people, I think we should be supposed to be happy about this. I was just thinking about Jim Jones. He just got so
get the story in spite of
Things on the surface.
Newspaper and your English and social
Evil in nature can be transmuted into good by the simple process of adjustment. The average intelligence of the consciously functioning man is sufficient to make a god out of any demon by the simple process